Hi, welcome to my channel, Psychic Kathleen. My name is Kathleen. I'm continuing along with my vlog today about a client who came to see me regarding his life. And so once again, there were a lot of questions he had on his mind, beginning with his health. And he had been diagnosed with MS in 2010. Prior to that, he was very active, very vibrant, martial arts, black belt. He had been a private investigator, studying to be an EMS, which is emergency service worker, leading to paramedic. He was, a strong person, strong of mind. Of course, 10 years later, he was having a great deal of difficulty walking. He was navigating okay, and he was still continuing to drive a car. He had had the operation done in Mexico, which was somewhat controversial a few years ago, that some MS patients had opted to take, and he had done that. He said he had noticed a significant difference. It definitely had helped him. And he was hoping to fundraise enough money to have an update done on like a more recent procedure. So one of his questions was, am I going to be successful in raising enough money? He needed $12,000 to have this, second procedure done. And that had come up the Ace of Cups. And so, yeah, it was saying, yes, it looks like you will be very successful in raising that money. He said he wasn't really surprised to hear that. He said he definitely had some plans and some ideas about, how to go about doing that. Now, the other piece was that he was also, of course, very lonely. He had never married, and he was a lonely man. He wanted to meet somebody and was hoping for a significant other to come into his life. We talked a little bit about that and the challenges around that. Difficult to meet someone when you don't have any financial resources, and certainly men will say it's awkward or difficult to meet a woman if you don't have money, and additionally have health problems. However, there was someone that he really cared for, and he wondered, is it possible that this will, become something more in the future, and how she felt about him and so forth. That came up the Seven of Pentacles. And I said, well, the Seven of Pentacles is sort of like planting a garden. You work the garden, you hoe it, you weed it, you really work hard on this garden. And as we're looking towards harvest time, late fall, you go out to harvest the fruits of your labor, and unfortunately there's 7 pears on the tree. So we don't have a lot to harvest after all that work. So I said, really, the card's answering no, that this relationship, as high maintenance as it would seem to be, and for as much as you're going to invest in this relationship, hoping to see it flourish into something more intimate, it's highly, highly unlikely that it will go in that direction. And he said, well, she is someone who is quite depressed, and he said the relationship does tend to be up and down. So is that why? So I pulled the Empress card, and the Empress card is about abundance, nurturance, abundance, luxury, lusciousness. It's the Earth Mother. And I said, well, really what is behind her reticence is lack of resources. And so she is really hoping to meet someone who has enough resources to help her out. And clearly you're not in a position to do that. So that's kind of why it's up and down. I think this woman quite likes you, and we pulled the Emperor actually to just try and determine how she feels about him. And I said, you remind her of her father. This is the father of the deck. You remind her of her father, and she sees you in kind of a fatherly light. So she knows you care for her, and she respects you and likes you, and you have many qualities that she frankly admires. But there's a problem, and that problem is you're not quite in a position to take care of her, which is what she's seeking. So thank you once again for joining me here today to listen to how I have interpreted the cards in the reading to address a question or concern that a client has brought and come to see me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you have. Subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell beside the subscribe button, and a notification will come into your email when I've uploaded a new video. So thank you again. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.